Hey Jason, I just noticed you came on. If you're there, you should actually be able to type something in the chat window. um, so just say hello and let me know that you can hear me. Have you been able to find the chat yet? Or can you hear me yet? There, I chatted hello. That might help you find it. And I'll just keep annoyingly repeating myself in case you weren't in front of your computer. So if you can find the chat window and just say hello so that I know you can hear me all right. Hey, there it is. Okay, so the next question is, I had the option of bringing you, this system is built on top of Google Hangouts. And so I had the option of bringing you, I have the option of bringing you into the Hangout if you'd like. I'm assuming you have a Google account that you're logged into at times. If you'd like, I can bring you into the Hangout. Otherwise, you can just ask me questions on chat. Your choice. Yeah, that's interesting. The chat client is slow, so you've probably already answered me at this point. And it just hasn't recorded it yet. All right. So I should just bring up a new window. Aboundant.com. You still there? My question was, would you like to be brought into the Google Hangout, or would you just like to stay on chat? I am not sure you can hear me. Hmm. Well, the Hangout is mainly just to give you so that you can talk to me. So if you'd rather talk to me than chat to me, no, we'll start. I usually have 1 to 3 people, actually 0 to 3 people. Lately, I've averaged 1 a session. And we have a new link, and I accidentally only send out 10 invitations. And so you were one of the 10 people that got invited this week. Because I'm trying to, I was actually trying to make the circle bigger in who I invited and failed. Made it smaller accidentally. Remind me of your site. I was just looking at it this morning. Or I was looking at it on our dashboard. I wasn't actually looking at the site. Do you remember your site's address? It seems like, what was it? Under the impression that you can't hear me. Which would complicate things. You can't hear me. Okay. According to my broadcast tools, I am actually producing sound through the Iowa City first.aboundant.com. I mean, that's what that stands for. Okay. It's interesting. Okay. You might. Okay. Let me know when you can hear me. No, the broadcast has definitely started. Oh, I guess I should keep making noise if I want you to actually hear me. That would probably be useful. I could bring up Only the Lonely on my phone. I could play that for a while. Huh. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is try leaving and rejoining. Hangouts doesn't always initialize the first try. Yeah. But it looks like it. Whoa. Okay. Da 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 da. Only. Bum 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 bum. Too late. Whoa, you're back quick. Can you hear me this time? Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm making lots of noise. Ugh. Okay, I'll pull you into the Hangout. Okay, I can see your face.
Actually, it's my Post-it, but
Oh, that you keep over your camera for security reasons?
yeah.
Nice. You and Mark Zuckerberg both.
Well, you want to find somebody paranoid, look for former Black Hat. There we go.
Okay.
Hope I don't break the camera, but
All right.
okay.
This is usually better anyway. I don't know why. You really should have been able to hear me in that other circumstance.
Yeah, a little bit odd, but
Okay, that's a problem that I've never had actually until today.
okay.
But,
Well, for once, I'm actually on Windows. That might be the issue.
yeah. Yeah, we had Linux
Usually on
issues with
Windows.
your wife earlier today when I was talking to her.
Yeah, she told me the mic was dead. I need to look at that.
I don't want to do that. Okay. All right, I'm going to share my screen,
Okay.
which has your site up. Do you have any questions that you want to get out of the way?
Well, what I'm trying to do is get an image map to work. I went through all the Divi documentation I can find, and am I correct that there's no built-in image map tool in Divi? You have to use that insert code thing.
Yeah, you'd use the insert code.
Okay, so wasted 3 days beating on that.
Yeah, you should just let us know, and we'll help you. We'll help you figure that out.
All right, so the only thing I have is, what's the best way to get an image map working in this?
Okay, so I haven't done it yet. Nobody's had the need for it, especially with the actual map functionality we have. Well, what are you trying to do? Why don't you explain it to me? Because I might have a different solution for you.
Certainly.
You can share your screen with me too, I think. So if you
Well,
wanted
in
to show
just a
me
second,
something.
let me pull up. That'll work. Okay. So what my folks gave me, what they said they would like, is a circle with 6 links around the perimeter.
Okay.
Call it 12 and 6, 2 and 10, and 4 and 8. And I've generated the image map without an issue. It's just getting it into the page. I was trying to find in Divi a tool that would do that.
Okay. All right. Well, if you already have it, then if you already have the image map built, does it call up the image that's supposed to be stored somewhere?
Yep, it'll call up the image. I'm going to have to upload that to the site first, I know, and then use that link.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so you can just go to Add Media on your dashboard, and you can upload the image. What kind of tag does, or what kind of file type is it?
It's a PNG.
Okay, that should work.
Yeah, I try to only work in PNG.
Yeah, well, JPEG and PNG. Okay, so you use the code module, which I've already passed.
They're on the, I see, yeah.
And then you would just plop the code, and then you would put in your link to the file that you've put in media. And you can put this code module anywhere you want.
Excellent.
And if that doesn't work, let me know and I will.
Okay.
And you can make a support request, and then yeah, I can help you figure out some stuff. What other questions do you have?
That's actually the only one.
Okay. You want me to make some comments on your site?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So I would make this header taller. It feels kind of smushed to me.
Okay.
I don't think you necessarily need to have your links be as big as your logo name.
Okay.
They can be distinguished a little bit from each other, because now because they're all yellow, your logo actually just blends in with them. Um,
Okay.
I do like the fact that you're trying this effect, which is good. This image here, it's interesting. So because it's taken from below, you have an interesting, is it bigger than this, by the way, or is this the whole image?
I actually had to resize it and kind of clip the top and bottom save, clip the top and bottom save to get the right
Okay.
size. I did
All
have
right.
a little bit of problem. What I was hoping to get was have that be a background just for the menu, but on different devices, it's resizing that. So I just went for something that would
Oh, yeah.
have a little bit of, I guess, foot space rather than head space below it, no matter what, and the largest would still fit.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are using these because of mobile. You don't really have to worry about having a fold and above the fold policy. A lot of people
Mhm.
are using really big images. You could maybe use more of it and then put whatever, like the mission statement type text over top of it for the church. That's
Okay.
actually a good practice because it sets the tone about what type of church you are. And that's what visitors want to know the most, right? They want to know if they're going to fit in there or not.
Okay.
And so you could use more. It the interesting thing about the image is, and I corrected myself right away, it looks like it's stretched because of the perspective, but it's not, obviously. It's like it's
Mhm.
just from below. If you put more of it, it might help to fight that perception a little. Okay. So your images here, not everything is showing up. Let's see what kind of module you used.
Slideshow, I believe.
Okay. All right. So see if I can do an easy fix to it. Start there. It's not going to do anything. Except make the container bigger.
Mhm.
All right, let's try something else. And you're using the background image. The problem is that you want to put different images with different aspect ratios.
Well, that's what we were given a source from them. This is
Yeah.
actually the, I guess, 2.0 spec that they're still making. Well, actually, could you do this? Which is what I'm doing, is changing the front page just a bit. So that we just kind of had to deal with what we had at the time to give them an idea of what it would look like.
Oh, okay.
But my own preference when working, I prefer to get everything in a frame the same size and aspect,
Yeah. Okay.
and work within text whatever I have to do to make that fit. Sometimes move stuff around, but yeah, in this
That'll
case,
work.
it was kind of this is the sand we got, and we already have the concrete. So
Yeah. So if you can yeah, if all the images come in at that size, but will they be able to help you with that?
they can. They've got a secretary / communications director who knows some tools very well, but has a clear idea of what she and then what the
Yeah.
church wants, which is actually more valuable to me for something like this.
See,
So even if she
I
doesn't know
think
the
if
tools, I can go from that.
okay. I think that you could take some of this and put it up there, maybe a shortened version of it.
Mm-hmm. Now, do
Um,
you think it'd look better to have that in with a darkened block behind it, or
yeah.
because there's so many different colors in that window, and I don't want I don't want contrast readability to be an issue.
So I'll just show you.
Okay.
Um, so this full width header, it sounds simple, but it's actually pretty complex. It can do a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And let me put your image in the background first so that you can get an idea of what's going on. Background image.
And it's that third one at the top right next to the cross, I believe. Yeah.
I want to try it with this one, and we'll see. We can change it.
Okay. Okay.
Change it back later. Why can I no longer see the stuff that's underneath that? Hold on.
That I'm not sure.
I'm going to go back because I feel like I somehow deleted your content.
I did save out the format for the front page.
Okay.
Template, or
Well, I'm going to,
the term is.
yeah. I'm going to exit the visual builder.
It's backed up.
Not saving anything. I wonder. That's weird. This isn't by. Okay. Now I see it. Is this a text module?
Believe so, but it's
Okay.
within another larger container.
I would recommend. So with a website, you want a strong grid, and text blocks generally make a strong grid, and the worst one for doing that is the centered. If you have, I would use right for this.
Okay.
I think it'll look better and it'll be more readable.
Right, as in, can you show me?
Yeah.
If you know somebody
left,
who's already
sorry.
got that. Oh, left. Okay.
Sorry, I meant to say left. I don't know my right from my left.
Don't feel bad. Neither does Matthew, and he does okay. So.
Okay, let's try to do this again and make sure that it doesn't get rid of anything.
Okay.
It didn't that time. It's so weird. Okay, full width header. I can still see all the stuff. It was like when I put the background image in the place.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so far so good. Okay, so you get a couple different options. You can do an overlay. That's what you were talking about. So let's put in some test text first. We'll see.
Okay.
Test title. Test subheading. And so right now we can't see them at all. We'll make it light. We'll at least be able to see a little more. This would probably work with centering. Okay, and so.
Yeah, it would look a little weird over that if it wasn't centered. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so you have a couple different options for making this text readable within this. By the way, if you wanted to see what a full screen. This is popular right now. This is the only reason I'm showing it to you.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, background overlay color is one way that you can do it. And so you can adjust until you feel like you have it correct.
Probably 25% would give it enough. But then that's going to be the entire header width, correct? Not
That's
just
correct.
A block behind the text.
Yeah, you have another option. So I believe I'm not telling you wrong. Okay, so
Having the full width probably will look a lot better. It'll kind of almost watermark the background, but it'll look a lot better than having a clunky block just around the text. Little obvious that.
Oh, I'm wrong. This is the only option you have in this module.
Well, then it's a good thing it looks that good.
Yeah, right. I was thinking of there's actually this module. No, not this module. The blog module has where you can do color behind the text. Okay, so
Well, that would make sense. Like if you wanted to pop out a quote or a reference to something else within the flow of, that would make sense.
So let's see. I will fix. um, I got to get out of the visual builder to fix the rest of the problems with the text. So your text, so when you use certain fonts, they're not going to, their lines aren't going to be that great. There's not going to be enough space between the lines, and where you fix that is in the theme customizer.
Okay.
Which I don't know if you've seen yet or not.
I don't remember what we fixed in there, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so general settings, typography, and then you can get header line height. It's at 0.8 right now.
Okay.
So probably, usually you're gonna want around this.
Mm-hmm. Looks like 1.3.
Okay. Yeah. And sometimes I'll even do more than that. But that's for all headings in the entire site. Let me show you something else while I'm here.
Okay.
Header and navigation, primary menu bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me so something like that is what I was talking about earlier.
That's a good visual separation and not taking up hardly any much more space.
Yeah. You have, good. Yeah, I mean, I think like the old trend with websites is to worry about space. See, this actually looks a little better because it's because the fonts are different, so that gives them natural separation. I'm gonna tweak that one a little too. Right to that size. Okay. So, and I'll need to, let me get rid of this section and you'll see what the other,
the
header looks like. Because you'll get more of this image will show up. It knows, it's smart enough to know it needs to go behind a transparent header.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, That's a good start. Are they just doing Aboundant 10 or are they going to do Aboundant Premium?
Don't know yet.
Okay.
Right now, we're just trying to get them rolling, and they've got about 6 other things that are tied into their communications rolling. They're even changing signage around the church.
We
That
have
they're
a
trying to link all this together visually.
We have a plan to update our donation system to one that's actually built off of our donation system, but it's a lot better. That's going to happen in the near future.
Okay.
And the events calendar is just great. It's amazing. So if they want to have an events calendar, I mean, you can use Google Calendar, will do most, but it won't be seamless in the website. And it'll be slower. So that's the disadvantage, but it's free. So I do recommend it for churches that can't afford to have premium. But that's the two things that you mainly get. We've changed a lot of our policies. You actually get a lot more with Aboundant 10 than you used to, and you get more with Aboundant Premium than you used to. Both of those things have increased. Oh, hey, while I'm at it, they added shortcuts recently to Divi. Control S.
Short what you cut out there? Shortcuts, okay.
Short codes or short keys. I don't know how do you say it, short keys. Okay, so Control S is save.
Shortcuts, whatever.
And then Control E is exit the visual builder. And to have. The rest of this is looking pretty good.
Thank you.
Probably need to fix this. You want me to show you how to fix things in the footer?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
I'm taking notes, so.
Okay, so
excuse me.
We'll come back to something else I want to show you too. And this is your hour. You get to ask me any questions you want. Otherwise, I'll just go through your site and start finding things I think can be fixed or improved.
That is fine. I actually come from having to hand code everything, so
yeah, it's so
watching
different.
you go through how to actually use the tools is very educational.
Okay, so your footer page is in your pages, and it's called footer. So if you were to use the visual page builder on the home page, we actually hide the footer because you're not actually on that page, and so it messes things up. But if you want to use the visual builder with the footer, you can view the footer. And so then you'll get kind of you'll get two footers. And then you'll enable visual builder.
Now, is there a browser that works best for Visual Builder? As we've got Linux, a couple different versions on 2 of our laptops at home. On my wife's, it came in fine. On mine, the page just kept spinning. Hers is the newer of the 2, but I found that the same thing using Chrome and Firefox on the older one.
Whoa, I don't even see your church name on here. There shouldn't be.
Okay.
However,
so
I haven't had enough experience with it to really.
So if I can get the older one up to the same version of Chrome/Firefox, should work just as well. Okay.
This is really weird. Is your calendar producing your church title?
I'm honestly not sure.
Me neither.
That we did not touch. So, is that it right up there? First United Methodist Church?
I see it, but that shouldn't appear. That's just for the pointer.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to turn mouse wheel zoom off because it's really annoying.
It can be.
Yeah. I think we should probably default to that setting when we do Launchpad. I don't know what's creating it. Let me look on. I'll tell you what. Let's use the builder on the back end and see.
Okay.
Could have fixed some other things while we were in there. And the background colors don't quite match up either. You've set it to black. So there are two different places where you can set the background colors, and if you set it in one place, it overrides the
I'm
other.
guessing the outer container? Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, it's in the site-wide settings. Oh,
Okay.
that's correct. When it displays it as a page, it's using the page settings. All right.
Oh, so that's why it's not. Okay.
Yep. And what am I thinking? Okay. Light. I'm setting these headings to light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then let's look in here and see if I can find that text. No, it's ghost text. Oh, here, let me preview.
Well, we could try changing the map text to red and see if it changes the color. It's possible that.
I'm not seeing the name of your church. It just does not appear anymore.
Ah.
Did I imagine it? Here, let's preview. We'll see both versions of the footer this way. No, it's not there. I must have imagined it, dude. It's me.
Okay.
I could have swore I imagined your church name showing up there.
I thought I saw it there too.
It is not. Oh, let me change this button to light, and that will be the last thing. You can't even see it.
Okay.
Right now. So that's in your contact form settings. It's under advanced design settings, and it will do custom. Use custom styles for button. Yes. Okay. Let me get your yellow. Let me get this color. I'm going to inspect that page to find the color. It's currently in use.
It's U of I yellow. So.
Are you using their branding guidelines? Or do you just?
I believe that's where we got it. Yes.
Okay.
My wife actually found that. So.
All right. You just set the text color. It will set everything else, I think. If I eat my words.
It's thinking. There it is.
Yeah. Of course it. Okay, I can fix that too. So it's not quite showing, nothing shows up on the mouse over. So I will, let's see. On hover background color. Use that same color, but I will. Now let's take a look. There's a million different settings for buttons, which I appreciate because they're hard to style. Hey, look at that. Much better.
Excellent.
Okay, so I'll update your footer. Do you have another color besides that yellow that you implore?
Just the black.
Okay, I'm gonna show you how
They're kind of. Mm-hmm.
So all your links are in red. I'm gonna change that to the yellow as well.
Okay.
And I will show you how to easily do that in the theme customizer. Oh. I'm moving faster than I normally do for you. I'm just assuming that you're okay with that, but I would understand that it's a new system.
Absolutely.
So if you want me to slow down, please.
Well, I've got my phone and I'm taking notes as need be.
This is actually being recorded.
Okay.
And I can give you access to the video if you want it.
That would be handy.
Yeah. So it should, I haven't switched it over to the Aboundant YouTube account yet, so it's on my YouTube account. Okay. Now see how light that is? I already don't like that. To fix that. So what? I'll tell you what. I'll let you fix it. I showed you how to do it.
Okay.
You'll be able to go back and do that
Okay.
at your leisure. Okay. So you've set all your colors. So I'm going to make sure this doesn't mess anything up. Yep. Okay, so I've removed the color palette. Where is the setting that I am looking for? Well, hold on. Actually, I think it's in typography. Body link color. And hopefully I still have that color, and yeah.
Looks like.
Oh, why aren't you showing me that? Let's publish it and see. Oh, it's probably because it's because it's in the fire. There you go. Now they're that color. All the links that you put on the site will be that color now.
Excellent.
Oh, and somehow when I did change the colors, this got fixed. These are all light. Oh, it messed that up too. I stripped all the color scheme stuff. Yeah, let me fix it. I'm just going to go back to typography and make all your headings that yellow as well.
Okay.
No, typography. Header text color. I do not like what this is showing me. All right, well, let's save and publish anyway. Okay.
It's back.
These didn't go back, but you can override them if you want. It's interesting. This one is good. It's up to you. You know where to do it. So, okay. Your logo. So, see how it's a little pixelated? And maybe the actual image is that way. But if it isn't and you'd like it to look smoother, what you can do is the best trick for that is that when you've decided on the size, so when you make your final decision and you're not doing any more tweaks with how big this is, you can inspect it, figure out how big it is. So it's 46.66 pixels wide by 52.89 tall. Resize your image to that exact size.
Okay.
Pixelated. Consequently, Chrome is the only one of the three that is doing more to its images than you'd like it to do, and is causing that problem.
Okay.
But that's how you make it look exactly like how you'd want. I think your logo is pretty decent. It has potential. I'd probably do a few tweaks to it if I was working with it, but I think it's pretty good. All right. So you have 6 minutes. Can you think of anything else?
Pixelation.
I was thinking. Ooh, this red is still in there. I'm gonna take that out and put the yellow in.
Okay.
I'll show you where that's at. That's in the menus. Okay, Or navigation, primary menu bar. It's right here. It's okay if you only have one accent color on your site. Now look at how different that is. How did that change? This one looks more correct to me, doesn't it to you? Or
To me, they look the same,
oh, okay.
but this laptop display isn't the best, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, well, and then let me look at your fixed. That's so weird. Did you inverse these? Let's see. No, they stayed the same. Okay. Trying to decide whether I think that's a good approach or not. See, I think the yellow is different than your logo now. You want me to find out what the actual color is?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, U of I branding guidelines is probably public knowledge because they want people to use it correctly. Oh, gosh darn it. University of Iowa. Graphic identity. I can already tell I have the yellow wrong because I bet this is the right one. Guidelines for websites. Okay. Inspect. It's an image. That's not helpful. Tell us what the actual color is. Do they match? They do match. Okay. All right. This is the actual color. You'll want to write that down somewhere.
Doing it right now.
Okay. And instead of making you search around for where to change all these, I'll go through and change them real fast every place I just changed them.
Okay, that was FFE1
00.
00.
Not layouts. Oh, theme accent color. I was looking for that earlier. Okay. That gets used in some interesting places. Typography. In general, I like the goldenrod better, but it's not your color. Oh, and the menus. Header navigation, primary menu bar. Okay. And then your fixed navigation. Okay, that should be everywhere. Oh, that button. It's not quite as dark of a yellow. You might want to consider, instead of going to white, go to solid black from transparent black.
Mm-hmm.
and keep everything light, that might be better.
Okay.
I'll let you decide that, but because the yellow is a little weaker, and so because it holds the name of your church. Okay, so let me real fast go back, and because we're out of time, let me. Oh wait, is this your footer page? It is. Excellent. Okay, advanced design settings, all of this button stuff. Okay. This is the one that we're looking at. Okay. There you go.
Excellent.
I wanted to just view your dashboard. Close. Visit site. I think that's looking better.
Excellent. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, no problem. Come back any week.
Will do.
If there's another person here, I just trade off questions. And then, or if there are 3 people, I
Okay.
just trade off questions. Okay.
All right.
Great. I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.